empiece a bailar cuando sé que le tienes que dar lo que te pida. Déjalo, pues que quieres que diga muy bien y me siento esperarte y a ver si es mi día. Amor, tú me haces falta, pero toda mía, toda mía. Sin trampas, sin complejos, sin secretos, sin espinas. Toda mía, toda mía. Para amarte día y noche, para amarte noche y día. Toda mía, toda mía. Déjame, o te piensas que encuentro normal que tengamos que hacer nuestro amor a su medida. Déjalo, o qué pasa que debo seguir aceptando migajas de amor por cobardía. Amor, tú me haces falta, pero toda mía, toda mía. Sin trampas, sin complejos, sin secretos, sin espinas. Toda mía, toda mía. Para amarte día y noche, para amarte noche y día. Toda mía, toda mía. Toda mía, tú eres toda mía. Toda mía, te quiero tener, no puedo esperar. A veces soy mi día. Tú eres toda mía. Es necesario para mí saber que tú me quieres como te quiero yo. Toda mía, tú eres toda mía. Y que me quieras como te quiero, mujer, sin ninguna compañía. Tú eres toda mía. Tú eres toda mía. Toda mía, tú eres toda mía. No quisiera pensar para yo quererte que hay secretos y mentiras. Toda mía, tú eres toda mía. Yo te quiero y te adoro, mi vida, tú eres mi fantasía. Toda mía, tú eres toda mía. Yo siento cuando no estás a mi lado, amor, que te quiero. Toda mía, tú eres toda mía. Sin trampas, sin complejos, sin secretos, con el alma sin espinas. Toda mía, tú eres toda mía. Es que te quiero tener sin importarme nada lo que pueda suceder.
amor de mil sufrimientos, como lo he pasado yo. Tener el placer no es tener todo en la vida comprado. Grande es tener un amor y que te sientas amado. Quítate de mi camino, busca en otro tu pasado. Yo buscaré en el futuro que tu puesto se ha ocupado. Ya no vuelvo a caer en esa trampa, hoy me liberé de tu maldad. Ya tu puesto se ha ocupado, me liberé de tu maldad. Y si acaso te crees que me quedan dudas, no te equivoques, mami, es Frankie Morales y aquí no vas ni para allá ni para acá. Y dicen que del amor ya nadie muere, pues de ti ya no quiero más. Quítate de mi camino, contigo no puedo más. Pero quítate de mi camino, mulata, anda, quítate ya, que contigo no puedo más. Ay, Dios mío, no me fastidies más. Suéltame. Sí. Tener el placer no es tener, no quiero nada, pero todo en la vida logrado. No quiero nada, y grande es tener un amor. No quiero nada, y que te sientas amado.
Saludos, 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 saludos. Welcome to el show de DJ Erick en la mezcla. Yo soy tu servidor, DJ Erick en la mezcla. ¿Cómo va a ser? ¿Bien? Right? ¿Están gozando? Bueno, saluditos va para... Vamos a ver los que están viendo por ahí en sintonía. Blanca, Héctor Manuel directamente from PA. Y vamos a ver, está Bella Stella. Oiga, Billy Crespo, Frankie Morales también que está por ahí. Vamos a ver. Nubi, Pop Music, Z también que está por ahí. Saluditos a todos que están mirando al show de DJ Erick en la mezcla. Y como siempre, Happy Hump Day, people. That's the best part of the week. Although you could do it any day of the week, any 7 days of the week. Y aquí tengo yo al guest del momento, el loco que tenía una sonrisa when I said that. Y tú ves que se está riendo, tú ves. All right. Bueno, let's bring him on. Ladies and gentlemen, get ready to welcome him in, por favor. El trombonista mayor. He is the one and the only Willie, el Loco Alvarez. Tú ves, el studio audience está enloquecido con tu presencia aquí esta noche. Welcome, Willie. How you doing, buddy?
Hey, ¿cómo estás, Erick? Aquí, chévere, gozando contigo ya.
Tú ves, por fin, después de ¿cuántos años que dijimos?
8 años.
And you finally got to mark it off your bucket list, didn't
I
you?
had it on the top of my bucket list.
So how you been, my brother?
Good, good. Gracias a Dios, bien. Primeramente, quiero saludar a todo el público, audiente, the whole audience, everybody that's with us today. Welcome to DJ Erick Show. Please tune in Wednesdays from 6:30 to 7:30.
Only thing we started a little late today, but that's not a usual thing. Pero yeah.
Right. Everything's going good, my brother.
Good,
Gracias
good
a
to
Dios.
hear. I mean, tú sabes, esto es lo que quiero saber de ti, que no te pregunté anteriormente. Y los guisos, dime de los guisos.
Ah, muchachos, esos guisos están a millón. It's been good. It's been good.
Hay trabajo.
Mucho trabajo. May was really rough. I had 24 gigs in May. Wow.
Some people could only have 24 and wish for 24.
June, I had 22.
So far in July?
July, I had 20, but I was so tired that I canceled 3.
Oh, wow.
And I dropped it to 17, but now it went back up to 18. So
Okay.
next month is a little light so far. I think I have like maybe a little light 10.
Y saluditos para Cynthia, que nos está viendo también, from the Boogie Down BX. All right, so, and August, ¿cuántos tiene?
August, I'm looking at 10 right now.
And it's going up.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
You know, but it's a lot of stuff. It's my bands, Tito Rojas, and you know, Hector Tricoche, various artists that I work with. I just backed up Cano Tremera
Okay.
at Westgate this past Saturday.
All right. That's right. He was over there. Yeah.
Yeah, and I did Pupi Cantora at Westgate, and you know, and this Saturday I'm celebrating my birthday.
Look at that. So you made it just in time.
Yes.
Happy birthday.
Well, my birthday's not Saturday; it's actually Tuesday.
Okay, bueno.
But I'm celebrating.
Como yo no te voy a poder ver.
I'm celebrating Saturday and Tuesday.
There you go. That's what's up.
Yeah.
All right.
So it's all good.
Well, you got to celebrate the whole month, man.
No, I used to.
Why you used to?
I used to because I was a bad boy.
You're still a bad boy. Tú eres el loco, el tártaro.
No, I was a real bad boy. I used to start celebrating July 1st,
Uh-huh.
and I would finish at the end of July, whenever my body would give out. But not anymore. I just celebrate maybe once or twice, and usually I do one, you know, para el público, you know, and then the other one is for me.
Okay.
Yeah, so I have Saturday at Westgate with one of my groups, Salsa Libre.
Okay.
We'll be featuring Jorge Maldonado, which is a former singer of La Sonora Matancera, and a former singer of Manny Oquendo's Conjunto Libre. And I also have my teacher and my wonderful friend Reynaldo Jorge of the Fanny All-Stars, who'll be playing trombone with us that night. So
Look
it'll
at
be
that.
nice. And then Tuesday is my party at the Copacabana. Yeah, that'll be awesome. Yeah, that's at 10 o'clock. And, you know, that's
And
it.
who's going to be there for that one?
Oh, my group, the Spanish Harlem Sextet, with my lead singer, 4-time Grammy Award-winning vocalist, lead vocalist Willie Torres.
All right.
And the crowd, you know, the mambo and 2 dancers and everybody else. La comadre, Ruthie, la comadre siempre aparece con el bizcocho y el otro por allá. So we should have a good time on Tuesday.
Mira, alguien tiene que ir para allá con un big caldero de pernil con arroz con gandules.
Yes, sir. And don't ask me how old I am because I'm not telling.
How old are you?
I'm not telling.
gotta
How old
tell.
am I going to be? I'm not telling.
Okay, how old were you before this year?
Old.
But see, you didn't tell me how old you are now, so I'm asking how old were you last year?
I was pretty old.
Which is what? 5 years old?
I was old.
4 years old?
I'm not telling. And it's not on my Facebook page either, so don't bother going and looking because it ain't there.
Ah, bueno, estamos en eso.
Nope.
Saluditos para los hermanos Moreno que están habiendo también el show de DJ Erick en la mezcla.
Vaya.
Yeah, we're going to have them here soon, too. We got to work that out because they were supposed to be here before. But because of a storm, damn storms, you know, things happen.
Yeah.
All right. So, moving on along, I got to ask you a question. I'm pretty sure you've heard this question a lot. Being asked to the artists themselves. Now I'm going to ask you the same question that the media tend to ask the artists. What do you think about the state of salsa here in New York?
It's not what it used to be.
Definitely not.
It's definitely not what it used to be. We don't have the amount of, excuse me, clubs, nightclubs, and locations where we used to work. I mean, you were part of that. It's nowhere near. We don't have the same musical culture, like I say, the musicians' culture. You know, I mean, we had promoters who were really promoters, and if we get into that, we're gonna be here all night. You know, you got a bunch of charlatanes out there that, you know, call themselves promoters, but they're really not. You know, anybody with a couple of $100 or $1,000 in their pockets wants to be a promoter. That's not the way it works. That's not the way it works. Also, you have these musicians out there or singers. You know, I mean, we all had categories back in the days. You had your major leagues, you know, you had your AAA and you had AA, and that was it. You know, and all the bands were good. You know, even the ones on the bottom tiers were good. You know, you had to, you know, either go to school and get formal training, or you had to like bust your hump.
At Boys Harbor?
At Boys Harbor, the Johnny Colon School of Music somewhere. Or take private lessons, and then you had to work your way all the way up the ladder. You know, it was just like Major League Baseball.
That's right.
And nowadays, like, again, anybody with $100 in their pocket or a couple of arrangements, ahora director de orquesta. I have a band leader. Okay, who have you worked with? Nobody. I got my own band. You know? Ridiculous, you know, people that, you know, say that they're singers and they're not really singers, and, you know, they know who they are, and, you know, they want to come out there, and, you know, but, you know, again, you know, different strokes for different folks. I don't knock anybody.
That's right.
You know, the real ones, we know who we are.
That's right. We put in our time for.
We paid our dues.
That's right. That's right. Okay,
because I could remember being on a bus trip, being in my 20s, and being on a bus trip going.
That was last year, right?
Nah, that was 2 years ago. Being on a bus trip in my 20s, not knowing that I had pneumonia, walking pneumonia.
Look at that.
On a bus with no heat, going to Washington, D.C. to back up Paquito Guzmán, doing the gig, and then being informed that there was no money.
Y esperamos que él esté sintiéndose mejor.
And that we would get paid when we got back to New York. And, of course, we got paid a couple of days later. Thanks to Abelino Pozo, God rest his soul. His son Andy Pozo still in the game. Very good friend of mine. Very reputable, respectable promoter, by the way. Real promoter. You know, but I didn't know I had walking pneumonia. You know, I could have died. You know, I mean, I've been through so many things. You know, pay, like they say, paying your dues, man. Right, you know, I remember playing with Larry Harlow's band when I was a kid, and he would put like this real old microphone, a big, huge microphone, like the ones they would drop down, like on that Sullivan show, you know, some crazy thing like that, and put it in the middle of the brass section. It would never be on. And now you got 3 trumpets and 2 bones or whatever and a violin, and he put his piano on 10 and the bass is on 10, and you're trying to play, you know, it's funny. And, you know, you walk out of there, I remember one time I felt like hot stuff in my mouth, and I was like, what the hell? And I looked over and I spit, and it was blood coming out because I popped my lip, you know.
From blowing too hard.
And then, you know, and you know, just funny things, you know, that I remember. And, you know, none of these guys now, you know, I call them the Johnny-come-latelys. You know, they never been through any of this stuff. You know, so, I mean, like I said, different strokes for different folks.
That's right.
A que Dios se lo dio, San Pedro se lo bendiga, but not for me. It's not for me. I have no respect for those people at all.
Saluditos para Yvette Crespo, José Rivera, Doris. Vamos a ver, wait. Yeah, that's who we got so far. Here's the thing, though. People that don't know about paying their dues the way that we have, like we mutually, you and I have, in my separate ways of, you know, obviously I'm not the musician that you are, but I've had to pay my dues as well. You know what I mean? So us having to pay our dues and being out there the way that we have been and maintaining the level of excellence that we have.
Correct.
Because, you know, everybody could be the up-and-comers and they want to have this tag of el guille ese de que, mira, yo he estado aquí, this and that and the other. But have you paid your dues?
¿Sabes lo que me mata a mí? when I'm at a gig or even on a street corner, man, you know, sometimes están fumando una rumbita, un bembé con
Right,
novio,
right,
jodienda. Entonces you always run into that one guy that says, yo tocaba conga con Héctor Lavoe.
Uh-huh.
O en paz descanso, yo tocaba timbal con Héctor Lavoe. And I'm like, yeah. ¿En qué año tú tocaste? Sí, yo toqué en tal y tal año, you know. And I'm like, yeah, really? And who was in the band? No, que estaba Professor Joe y estaba, ay, yo sí canto de charlatán. Tú no tocaste con nadie.
That
Because
don't
the
know
coquero was
anybody.
Milton Cardona or Eddie Montalvo, charlatán. Yeah, I was there at that gig. You weren't. You know, so, I mean, it's just funny, Eric. You know, it's like the DJ thing. We were discussing it before the show.
Yeah.
You know, now any Johnny come lately with $350 to $500 in their pocket can go buy a little mix thing and you know, DJ Pega. I'm the DJ.
Yeah,
El mejor DJ del Bronx. DJ Pega, DJ whatever, you know, and you know, give them a sheet of vinyl.
Mm-hmm. Like that's what I said.
That's what you said.
Yeah.
Give them a record.
Yeah.
You know, give them an LP.
And
you know,
take away the computer.
take it away. Let's
Take
see what
away-
you're going to
that's
do.
right.
¿Tú me entiendes? Some of them, you tell them, mira, ponte un LP ahí. Te dicen, what? What's that?
Yeah. Yeah.
¿Qué es eso?
Uh-huh.
What's an LP? What's vinyl? Okay, yeah, right. Cool.
Por eso te digo. Saluditos para Susan María González. José Rivera, thank you very much. And Hector Manuel says he's still paying his dues.
There you go. ¿Tú ves cómo es esto?
That's right.
We never stop.
That's right. We
To
always
this
continue.
day,
You
you know.
elevate your game every
Right.
chance you can.
Right. I mean, I've been through situations as a band leader, you know, where I had to learn, you know, a lot. And
That's
one
right.
of the things that I had to learn, which was very painful, was that I couldn't rely on the monies that were in the contract or monies that were promised to me or checks or whatever to pay my guys. And I had to learn the hard way, you know, that I had to be financially responsible for my band members, which means that if I get a check, my guys are getting paid.
That's right.
You know, if the check bounces, that's on me. You know,
But they
if
still have to get paid.
or if I have to wait 3 weeks to get the check, my guys don't wait to get paid. You can ask any of them.
Right.
They're getting their money. Of course, they'll get a check from me because I pay taxes to Uncle Sam. You understand? So I have to show that I
Right,
paid some money.
right.
Okay, I got paid $1,500. I have to show that I paid out $800 or $900 or $1,000, whatever
Right,
it is.
right.
You know, so, but they know that as soon as that check is in their hand, they can take a picture with their phone and get their monies right in their bank. You know, but that's one of the most painstaking things that I had to go through because I had to grow up as a band leader. I had to grow. I had to grow up and, you know, learn a lot of things and contracts. Y me cogieron de pendejo, perdón la palabra, muchas veces. You know who you are. But it's okay because we're still here y todavía estamos gozando. You know, I have a lot of respect for a lot of people out there, man. Like, you know, the Hermano Moreno, man. I worked with los Morenos, with Willie and Nelson for a long time. When I was in my 20s, 2 weeks ago. And, you know, that's, you know, those guys treated me very well. You know, Jose Alberto El Canario, Rey Barreto, you know, La India, I mean, Tito Nieves, various artists, man, you know, that always paid me well, treated me as family till this day, you know.
Of the artists that you've performed with, who would you say is the artist that you maintain most in contact with?
Now,
Yes.
of all the, well, I still book a lot of them.
No, I know, but I'm just saying, you know, on a non-professional level.
Of all the artists that I perform with, probably Frankie Baque,
Okay.
El Sonido del Barrio. Frankie's one of them. You know, we have a separate relation from music,
Right.
relationship. We talk about a lot of other stuff. And Germán Olivera, El Sonero del Siglo
Yeah,
XXI.
yeah.
Germán is a very good friend of mine. He's always running around, and I'm always running around. But whenever we get a chance, either he'll reach out to me or I'll reach out to him. We spoke about 2 weeks ago, man, and we were on the phone like for an hour and a half. My phone actually died.
Oh my God.
Talking to Herman, and we were talking about the old days, you know, and remember this, and remember the Corso, and remember Broadway 9. Remember when we used to go to Broadway 96 and play a set, and go across the street and play a set in ochentas, and then run back right across the street and do another set, and I Broadway, and I'm like, yeah.
Let me ask you this: of all the places you've played at, let me ask you: have you played in Portchester?
Yes.
Okay.
I used to play at a place there called Macondos.
All right, hold on.
Years
hold on,
ago
hold
when
on.
I was like 16,
Espérate.
15 years old.
Espérate. Ahora, now, what you don't know, back in the day, when I started paying my dues, I don't know if you remember 2 clubs. Back in the days, there were 2 Latin clubs. Well, actually, there were 3, but 2 were the ones that would book bands. One was called Our Place, a.k.a. Los Chinos, because the Chinos that owned the place, they were actual Chinos, but they were Peruvian Chinos. All right? I actually DJ'd at that spot. And then you have the Metro North train station like you open up the door, the Metro North is right there. Okay? So you had the big, huge parking lot, the Metro North, and on the other side of the Metro North, but down the hill or down the road, however you want to call it, was Fantasy's nightclub. Que era el dueño era italiano. All right? I don't know, have you ever performed in either one of the 2?
No, I never got to perform
Really?
at either one of those.
Really?
I got to perform at Macondos. Maybe they changed the name by the time I got there. I don't know.
Was it on Main Street? Do you?
It was right next to the train station, Macondos. Like what you're talking about, the Metro North. It was like right there. You
Right
got off
across the
train,
street?
You got off the train and there was Macondos.
So that was the one then. Because
Yeah.
what happened was the Chinos wound up selling it.
That's probably when they got it.
That's what I'm saying, yeah.
The Colombians. Yeah, I
Yeah.
got it when it was Macondos. And then I performed there a lot. And I performed at another place. Oh, let me see. Not in Port Chester. Help me out. Another town in...
You got Rye, you got Harrison.
No, it was in Connecticut.
Larchmont. Oh, in Connecticut, you got Stanford,
No.
Bridgeport.
In Bridgeport,
Oye.
there was another salsa club.
Oh, yeah, there was well, wait a minute. There was,
Can't remember the name right now. I performed there a lot. It was a
Wait.
Colombian spot.
I DJ'd there too.
In Bridgeport.
And across the street, there was a bar, a little bar. The same one, right? That's the one you're talking about. Am I right?
Yeah.
That's the one. Yeah, I know which one you're talking about. I DJ'd in both of those places.
Many a night.
Yeah, it's with a T. It started with a T.
Many a night that I get
Yeah.
stuck in those towns. Well, I wanted to get stuck in those towns. I never.
Those
made
were
it.
nice places to DJ
I
at,
just
for me,
would,
though.
I
mean.
would get kidnapped and I would never come back home.
Saluditos va para Willie Moreno, que también está viendo.
Willie!
Oye, también saluditos para Lupe, who's watching from Florida,
All right.
and Mrs. Panugno, direct from Texas. All right. So, but yeah, all right. So now I'm going to ask you this one.
Okay.
Everybody has a memorable story. Which one stands out the most for you? A good one. Give me a good one and give me a bad one. Not a bad one. The worst one and the best one. There you go.
The worst one and the best one. Oh, no, man.
And you could pick whichever one you want to start with first.
Well, there's so many, man. I can't.
But there's one that's got to stand out. I mean, really stand out.
There's only one that's really good. It was started off bad and then it got good. I remember I got into Hector Lavoe's band.
Okay.
And Hector was always late all the freaking time.
Mm-hmm.
And Padre Canse. And I remember the musical director was Fudgy, trombone player. And he told us, look, we're playing at Studio 84, which was on 145th and Broadway. And I looked at him and I said, yeah, what time? And he says, well, we're going to start at 11:30. I said, we're never going to start at 11:30, man. I said, Fudgy, listen, I've been in this band for a month. And you know what? I'm kind of tired of this shit already. You know, I don't want to do this no more, man. I'm tired. No, listen. I said, listen, man. All right, what time? 11:30. Okay, está bien. So I had performed with another band the night before. And as it was customary, we used to hang out at this place called the Latin Palace in the Barrio. It was an after hour. Mm-hmm. So I went up to the after hours. I went to hang out. And who was there? Hector Lavoe, hanging out. And then otro casieto. And I'm like, okay. So, you know, I had a couple of drinks, whatever. Boom. I left because I knew I had to work, you know, that night. And I said, I'm not hanging out too late. I, boom, went home, went back to Brooklyn. And I got up on time. I shaved. I did what I had to do. I jumped on the train. I went to Studio 84. I got there at 10:30. Y espera, 11, 11:30, 12 o'clock, 12:15, 12:30, I went up to Fudgy and I said, listen, man, I'm going home. No, don't go. Listen, I'm told you I was tired of this. I'm going home. So, all right, cool. I wait, and about 1:30 in the morning, I got so pissed off. I grabbed my horn, and I just cursing like a sailor, and there was a back entrance on the side, a long staircase, and I start walking down the staircase, and I'm cursing like a sailor. When I look up, who's walking up the stairs? Wearing the same clothes that he had on in After Hours. It probably came from the After Hours. And it was Hector. And I look at him, and I'm going to go, and I'm pissed at him. I gave him a dirty look, and I feel he grabs my arm. And he looked up, and he says, where you going? And I said, man, you know what? I've been in this band for like a month, and this is some sorry stuff. I'm going home. I'm tired of this nonsense.
Right.
And he looked at me again and says, you know, everybody deserves a second chance. And how many times have I gave you gigs as a sub before you got this gig steady where you were late and I forgave you?
Wow.
And I looked at him and I smiled and I said, let's go. And we went on stage, and the best part of that story is we did 3 songs. He told todo el mundo, I'm not singing anymore. And, you know, we got paid very well for that gig. He paid us $200 each for the gig. And we did 3 songs, and that was it. And I kept working with him for a little while longer until I just had to go. You know, it wasn't for me. Okay. I was kind of young. Not kind of young. I was young, and, you know.
Kind of like how you are now.
Yeah, man. You know, just like I am now.
I'm just saying.
Just like I was last week. But, yeah, that was the story that always comes to mind. You know, good vibes. You know, Hector was an incredible person. Mm-hmm. You know, he had his demons just like we all had our little demons. You know, and unfortunately, you know, he's not with us anymore, but I had a lot of good times with Hector, man. You know, I learned a lot in his band. I mean, he always surrounded himself with outstanding musicians, you know. Right. So that's one of the good stories. Bad stories. The bad story would be the one I shared with you about the bus ride.
Oh, okay.
You know, when we went down there, I had walking pneumonia, didn't know, played, coughing up blood, and came back, and you know, the promoter got arrested so Mario Alfonso tells us, like, chavo, there's no money. I wanted to wring his neck. And, but, you know, Avelino Pozo backed him up. And then, you know, I wound up taking a trip from Brooklyn to 116 near the Cuchifrito, because Pozo's office was right next to the Cuchifrito. So I wound up getting my money, got extra money, got some Cuchifrito, and went back to Brooklyn. So life was good.
So it worked out good.
It worked out good.
Saluditos para Yvette. Bueno, Yvette already said it too. Yari and Marilise is straight from the East Hampton watching right now. And Willie Moreno says, remembering performing with Los Hermanos Moreno in Orchard Beach.
Yes.
And saluditos to mi tía Marta, who's watching from the Boogie Down Bronx.
Yes, I remember performing with Los Morenos. When I worked with Los Morenos, I was in the best physical shape of my life. Because
like you are right now.
Yes, seguro.
Exactly.
Like I was last week. No, listen. I was a waist 28.
Oh, that was me in high school.
I had hair. I was skinny, man, and I could run forever because Los Hermanos Morenos was like an aerobics program, man. We used to climb on the bars, and Nelson and I play trombone on top of the bars, on top of the tables. We were crazy.
Yeah, but they still do that though.
Yeah, but I can't do it anymore. I would actually jump from the floor.
You need the cord.
No, like papi, que te jala. Sí, que te jala. I would actually jump from the floor and land on top of the bar.
Ay, Dios
I can't do that no more. Me rompo un cuerno. ¿Estás loco?
Saluditos a mi madre que está viendo el programa también. Mami, I love you. Gracias por ver el show.
Saludos, doña.
Yeah, so, all right. Ahora, vamos a tocar uno de los temas tuyos.
Your favorite.
Yes. How did you know I was
because you told me it's everybody's favorite. No.
But how did you know I was going to start with that one?
Because I knew.
Because I got both of them queued up right now.
Because I have mental telepathy.
Okay. Hay muchos que estaban viendo el show la semana pasada y los que estaban viendo el show de la semana pasada, yo toqué este tema, que es el favorito mío casualmente, que se llama Soy Profesional. Y eso soy yo soy profesional. Pero súper profesional. All right. So before I play it, why the title to the song, first of all, and how did the song come about?
I have a friend of mine. His name is Erick Pizza. We call him Keki, is his nickname.
Okay.
He's a very talented percussionist, conguero and bongocero, and he lives in Jersey. Very good friend of mine. And this guy had been pestering me for.
Te seguía molestando tanto.
Oh, que mucho jodía, Keki. Jode que te jode, jode que te jode. Come on, you got to record something. You got to record something. You got to record something. You got to record. And it was funny because every time somebody would, promoter or club owner would call me for a gig, they would tell me, well, send me your bio. Okay, no problem. No. And send us, your latest recording. And I'd be like, how about a video? No. Okay. So I was losing a lot of work. So Keki convinced me. And I decided to go into the studio.
Right.
And I wanted to record hardcore salsa because I don't like that soft stuff. I have nothing against romantic stuff. That's not my game.
Salsa monga.
Eso no me... Entonces, so Frankie Baque had been pestering me. También otro, hijo de que te that he wanted to do Soy Profesional with me.
Okay. Saluditos para Francis.
Y que él quería cantar el tema.
Okay.
I said, okay, está bien. So I wanted to do Vigilándote, which is
the next one that I got queued up.
A tune that was composed by Ramon Rodriguez, from formerly of Clásico.
Mm-hmm.
And Rowena did an outstanding arrangement, and he recorded it with his band. And I always liked the tune. I loved the tune. And I wanted to do it, and I couldn't find a singer to sing the tune. And
To sing which one, though?
Vigilándote.
Okay.
Frankie told me, hey, I'll do Soy Profesional for free. I said, hello. Ka-ching. But I couldn't find a singer. So I have this very talented friend of mine who originally started playing trumpet. His name is Hector Davila. Mm-hmm. He was a trumpet player. And for some reason or the other, he converged to piano. He's an outstanding pianist. And he is an outstanding pianist. And he also does background vocals. Very great corita.
Mira, ¿sabes qué? Let me cut you off for a second.
Uh-huh.
Saluditos para el ñañito que está en sintonía ahora mismo. El ñañito. ¿Sabes quién es el ñañito, verdad?
Bayona, mi pana. Ese yo lo voy a coger y lo voy a volcar cuando lo vea.
Chuta, ñaño, ¿ves qué es lo que te está diciendo?
Bayona, envíame el teléfono.
Mira, si ellos quieren comunicarse contigo en este momento, ¿qué es lo que ellos tienen que hacer?
Ellos tienen que llamar a la línea caliente, al hotline 914-969-6499. For those of you that don't speak Spanish, call the hotline 914-969-6499.
Para poder hablar con Willie, el tártaro loco Alvarez. Y conmigo también, obviamente.
Contándote la historia, el muchacho, que el pianista me dice, yo no te quería decir nada, pero I sing. And I said, what you mean you sing? You sing in the shower? He's like, no, I'm a lead vocalist. I said, man, get out of here. He says, listen, let's do something. Go home and come back tomorrow and listen to what I laid down. I said, my man, if you make me cross that bridge back here and pay all them damn tolls, because Keki's studio is like in Elizabeth, I said, it's going to be on. We're going outside. And I came back, and it was amazing the work that he did. Okay. But he didn't want anyone to know he was a vocalist, because then everybody would start calling him to sing. Okay. And he didn't want to, like a stage fright thing.
Okay.
And so we gave him a nickname, and he and I made it up, Chegui Metralla. And a lot of people know him as Chegui. They say, mira, Chegui. And I'm like, yeah, y'all don't know the story behind that. And it's funny because now he's one of the lead singers for my very good friend, Pedro Pocholo II, with the Boricua Legends. Yeah. He's one of the lead singers now. And I'm like, adiós, y que tú no querías ser cantante. You know,
pues ahora goza.
Ahora goza, papá.
Saluditos para Shakira, happy birthday. Or right now it's past your birthday, so happy belated birthday and may you have many more. Bueno, sí. All right, so what we're going to do, vamos a hacer esto. Vamos a tocar el tema tuyo, Soy Profesional. Profesional como yo. Imagínate. Gózatelo. Mujeres, pónganse sus zapatos, sus contacos, eso es, para poner a bailar y a gozar con este tema de Willie el Loco Tártaro Álvarez, que dice algo así. Mala mía, esa no fue. You know what it was? I got it. I got you. Thank you for setting that one up. Aquí va.
Soy de lo mejor, soy profesional, soy de lo más bravo que ha llegado aquí al solar. Pero yo soy profesional, soy de lo más bravo que ha llegado aquí al solar. Pero no quiero que se disgusten al oír mi sinceridad. Yo se lo digo, pues sé que es cierto, sin caer en la vanidad. Y aunque el mundo me critique, viviré con honestidad, porque siempre habrá quien diga que mi ritmo es sensacional. Pero yo soy de lo mejor, soy profesional, soy de lo más bravo que ha llegado a aquel solar. Soy de lo mejor, soy profesional. Con mi potencia y cadencia y saoco yo vengo a cantarte. Lo que quiero es que vayas a escuchar. Soy de lo mejor, soy profesional. Si es que ha llegado el sonero del barrio, no hay nada más que buscar. Soy de lo mejor, soy profesional. Candela, candela es lo que tú estabas esperando. Y candela y te voy yo a echar. Soy de lo mejor, soy profesional. Que mi bravura te asegura no es de bravo, pero yo me doy a respetar, a respetar. Y escucha esta santa rumba. Cuidado que llegó el sonero del barrio. Y esta vez con el trombonista del barrio. Oiga, caballero y dama, y lo que quiero es deleitar. Por eso aproxímense un ratito y para que pueda usted gozar. Si lo que traigo es bien sabrosito, yo sé que te va a menear. Desde el momento bien sabroso, tú te tienes que aprovechar. Si es pura candela y lo que yo te quiero a ti llevar. Porque yo vine aquí a cantar. Oiga, y de eso no se vaya usted a olvidar. Si lo que traigo es salsa, porque no vienes a bailar. Acaba de llegar el momento y adecuado y especial. A varias personas del barrio yo quisiera mencionar. Para John Wayne, también a Carlos y también Teddy el Terrible. A Mercedes que sabe muy bien cocinar. También a Super Mario, qué material.
Igual como yo, ese es el Willie, el Loco Alvarez. Soy profesional. Ahora, para que queden entendido, el que estaba haciendo, el cantante del tema no fue Willie el Loco Alvarez. El cantante fue...
Frankie Vázquez,
That's right.
el sonero del barrio. Yo estoy en los coros, en la primera voz, y mi amigo Héctor Dávila, a.k.a. Chegui Metralla.
Ay, Dios. Pues sí, ahora escucharon ese tema. Vigilándote. El tema que me estabas diciendo que todos los músicos, es el tema favorito de todos los músicos.
Es el tema favorito de nosotros, bueno, de
los músicos.
En el grupo mío, uno de los favoritos, sí. Uno de los más difíciles, one of the harder ones to play.
¿Y por qué?
Because the chords are super high, man. I mean, the music is good. I mean, it has to be played with the right flavor, you know. But the chords are high, man, real high. The backgrounds are super high. I did the leads, and I did 4 takes, and then I said, "Hey, copy and paste," you know, on Pro Tools.
You looped it, is what you did.
I looped it, brother. It's too high, man. You know, so it's rough.
Esa garganta tuya no estaba funcionando
muchacho.
después del first take.
No, tú sabes, cuando uno es tan joven como yo, coge un tiempo para desarrollar esa voz, tú sabes, y todavía como estoy jovencito, no me...
Pero mira, lo que tú no sabías, que tú puedes creer que yo en años atrás estuve en grupos de merengue y también hacía coro.
no, pues tú
So
sabes.
yo sé de eso también, por eso te lo estoy
Tú
diciendo.
sabes lo que hay.
Yeah, I do. And when in the recording studios, olvídate. Eso, until you get it right, you're not leaving.
Well, back in the days, now it's a lot easier to record, believe it or not.
Oh yeah, with the technology of today.
You know, with Pro Tools and all the rest
Yeah.
of that stuff, it's so much easier because you could be the worst singer in the world, man.
But with Pro Tools, olvídate, tú
And
eres
y
the
te
best
hacen
one go.
Pavarotti. ¿Tú me
Yeah.
entiendes? It's different, you know, and you know, like if, like, let's say the introduction of the song, like from the top to the verse to letter A, is the same ending, then they could just take that and piece it, you know, which normally it's usually the same in our music, and it's so much easier. Now, back in the days, we didn't have Pro Tools. We had reel-to-reels. You remember?
Yes, I do.
Entonces, you know, when you went into the recording studio, you really needed to be on your game.
That's right.
Because I
Eso
remember,
es verdad.
the engineers that I work with, the Fania guys, Irv Greenbaum, Bernie Fox, John Fausti, and those guys, when you walked in and said hello, they just looked at you and were like, "Get the cans on, let's go." They didn't even smile.
It's time to work. We ain't here to play.
And you needed to get it, because si tú fallaba, then they would have to go with a razor blade. You know, the reel-to-reel was like a cassette tape, but without the cassette.
Right.
You know, without the top.
no, I remember.
And then they would have to cut and then splice, and y era un lío, you
Yeah,
know, and
yeah.
it was crazy back then. So, you know, a lot, again, and also,
That's part of paying those dues, man.
yes, sir, a lot of recordings, you weren't by yourself. The whole brass section was recording.
Yep.
Or the whole band.
One whole big open room for everyone.
For
to-
the whole
Yeah,
band.
Not compared to now, you have just one single
No,
booth
ahora es cosa de
individually.
baby. Todo el mundo
Yeah.
graba, bro. And if you messed up one note, then you will have to start from the beginning, and people would look at you like you had 10 heads.
Para
Like,
que
are
tú
you
veas.
crazy?
That's right.
You know, and you had a certain amount of time. Like, if I got called in, Mangual would call me a lot. Mangual Jr., Jose Mangual
Yeah.
Jr., very good friend of mine. He's one that I keep in contact with a lot. We talk a lot. My man Mo. Saludo Mangual Jr. You know, Mangual would call me for a lot of stuff with Junior Gonzalez, with his stuff, you know. And I remember going into the studio, man, and it was like you needed to lay it down, man. You know, you didn't play around, because time is money.
That's right.
You know, time is money in the recording studio. So I learned with all those, you know, I remember recording next to Leopoldo Pineda, next to Reinaldo Jorge,
Wow.
you know, Palmasola. Perdón, Leopoldo, he didn't play, man. You know, Luis Lopez, those cats, you know, and they didn't play. But guys back then, Papo Vaque, you know, those cats were like very serious about their craft, man, you know, and that's the way I got instructed, you know, by Ray Barreto, que en paz descanse, you know. He sat me down one time, and we were on a trip, Martinique, and he says, you know, what do you want to be in like 10 years? And I'm like, you know, what are you talking about, Ray? Yeah. He's like, no, he's looking at me dead serious, you know, like, you know, excuse me. And he explained to me, he says, you remember the medieval times? I said, yeah. He said, you know, you had guilds and you had like the master craftsman, the master shoemaker. And the master shoemaker had an apprentice. And he would teach the apprentice how, everything he needed to know to eventually take his spot and be a master craftsman.
Right.
And he was like, you have to look at yourself that your goal is to be a master craftsman with your instrument,
Right.
on the trombone. And right now you're an apprentice, even though you're in my band. So you have to absorb, and you have to learn from me, and you have to learn from Chris
Become
Anderson,
a sponge.
and you have to learn from Hector Matignon, the piano player who was there, and learn from Jeffrey Lopez, timbalero. Get a little bit from everybody. Everywhere you go, everyone
Tienes
that
que
you
aprender
perform
de
with,
todo- de-
grab.
yeah.
And I learned a lot from Ray Barretto, a lot. God rest his
Pero
soul.
sabes que eso es lo bueno de estar en la música, porque estando en la música no hay un día que pase que no estás aprendiendo.
No. Somebody, I think it was the jazz performer. I think it was Dexter Gordon. I think it was Dexter. I'm not too sure. I remember he was in an interview, and they asked him, "Do you feel that you've learned everything that you need to learn on your instrument?"
Right.
And he looked at the guy and laughed and said, "Are you kidding me? I learn something new every day."
Por eso te digo.
And they looked at him and said, "That's impossible because you're such a virtuoso." And he said, "Man, take that shit somewhere else."
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. The day that I feel that I can no longer learn something on this instrument, I will take this instrument, and you see that river, I will take this case, throw it in there, and then jump in afterwards. So every day you learn something new.
Todos
I'm
los
still
días.
learning. I learned from the young kids, the ones that got it together, which are very few. And I also learned still from, the old timers, my teacher, Reynaldo Jorge, is in town. Like I said, he'll be with me on Saturday. It's an honor and a privilege to have him there. I always learn stuff from him. He's also a very good friend, he's taught me a lot, we all make mistakes.
Yeah. Una de las I'm sorry to cut you off. Una de las preguntas que tienen aquí dicen, when are you coming to perform at Orchard Beach?
Yvette, my darling, Crespo, how are you? I will be at Orchard Beach on Sunday, August 19th. Yeah. I will be performing with La Típica 73.
Look at that. ¿Y cantando estará ahí?
Cantando, creo que estará Frankie Vázquez. Si no es Frankie Vázquez, estará Julio Salgado. Uno de los dos, no estoy seguro. But I know Sonny Bravo will be there, and Johnny Rodriguez, and, the old timers.
Saluditos para José Fajardo Jr., que también está en sintonía.
Mi hermano, hace tiempo que yo no lo veo. My man Fajardo Jr., what's up? Yeah, but I'll be at Orchard Beach on August 19th with Típica 73, si Dios quiere.
All right.
Yeah.
No hay forma de que uno de los antiguos originales cantantes estarán ahí, sorpresa.
I don't know. Johnny hasn't told me. Maybe. You never know.
Por eso hago esa pregunta.
I know.
I gotta throw it out there, man.
I know that there's a big surprise coming, and I'm going to let it out of the bag, and I'm not supposed to, but I don't care. I know that in September at Westgate, there's going to be a tribute to the late Ray Barretto.
Okay.
And I know that my dear friend and colleague, Jimmy Delgado, timbalero, is putting a superstar orchestra together. Okay. And I know for a fact that the lead singer that night will be Adalberto Santiago.
Look at that. He's coming in. He's coming in. All right.
So, you know what? I'm promoting. Ya, fíjate, ya lo solté. Vamos a hacer, no hay más
Tú
nada.
tienes la licencia de promotor ahora.
Oh, look out. Look out. Listen, all you got to do is go to the corner store.
Sacar esa licencia.
All I got to do is go to the corner store, have $1.50 in my pocket, buy a pack of Tic Tacs, and it's as good as I need.
That's all it is, right?
That's all it is, man.
Big shout out to my baby brother, who's not so much of a baby, but he's out in Seattle watching the show right now. Chuchito, I love you, Chuchito. And here is Vigilándote. Háblame de Vigilándote a lo que lo estamos sonando.
Vigilándote was a tune that I always wanted to do, a Roena tune, but I had a Colombian singer scheduled to record the tune, and I went to the recording studio with him, and unfortunately, he couldn't do it. He just couldn't sing it. So he asked me to give him another opportunity. I went back to the recording studio the following week, and he couldn't do it. And then my pianist, who's playing piano there, Hector Davila, and also doing the vocals, the background vocals with me, tells me, well, I think I could sing it. And I looked at him and I told him, you're nuts. You're not a lead vocalist. Get out of here. He tells me, no, nobody knows, but I can really sing. And I'm like, Hector. And he's like, listen, give me a week and let me lay it down, and then you'll see if you like it or not. I loved it, and then we changed his name, and he didn't want anyone to know that he was a singer, so we changed his name and we put Chegui Metralla. And funny as it may seem, excuse me, nowadays he sings lead with my friend Pedro Pocholo Segundo and the Boricua Legends. But he did a great job, Hector. Yeah. And Pete Nader's playing the trumpet solo.
Okay.
Yeah, my good friend Pete Nader from the and his associates. Yeah, Pete's my boy.
Pete y sus asociados.
Y su asociado. Sounds like a
like the law firm.
Yeah, no.
Por favor, llámenos a Pete y asociados en 1-800 Cantazo. Gracias para José Fajardo por las bendiciones. Espero que estén gozando del tema Vigilándote.
El trombonista del barrio.
¿Quién es?
Y él le tira a la gente ahí, a un par de personitas que me tenían de enemigos.
En cada esquina, pela tu espalda, Molina. Varias lenguas del barrio comentan por ahí que ya tu carrera llegó a su fin.
¡Wow!
Le tiramos duro.
Que tú llegaste aquí a la rumba en Nueva York. ¿Qué pasó? Y se te cayó el calzón. Manganzón. Me dicen Chegui Metralla y les canto de corazón, representando a Willie y a su trombón.
Con el águila.
El águila, vengo vigilándote. Had great musicians on that recording. Jerry Madera, Hector Dávila, Anthony Carrillo, Nelson Díaz, Erick Pizzo, mi compray José Dávila en el trombón y yo. A bunch of good guys, you know, Frankie Vázquez. It was good, you know. We gotta go back soon and do a couple more tunes.
Así que prepara la garganta.
Como el francotirador. Dispara, Pete.
Yeah, Pete Nader.
Mucha vara, Willie, mucha vara. Acechándote, vigilándote. ¿Por qué viniste a la rumba si no te invité? Como el águila. Por buchi pluma nomás, buchi pluma, bla bla bla. Vengo vigilándote. No me venga a mí con cuentos, charlatán. Vengo como el águila. Mira, eres lo que hay, papá.
My favorite sonero. Coming up.
Vigilándote. En Facebook mulato lo contaré. Como el águila. Ya te quité la máscara, te descifré. Vengo vigilándote. Y se fue.
Escucha ese trombón. Bueno, saluditos para Sexy Blendy, who's watching the show. Willie, ¿tú sabes qué?
Dime.
Tú sabes lo que cantaba Héctor Lavoe, ¿verdad?
Todo tiene su final.
¿Cómo es que tú lo sabías?
Nada dura para siempre.
Bueno,
Cucú.
lamentablemente todo lo bueno tiene su
Tenemos
final.
que extender este show a 3 horas. Esto está muy cortito, man.
¿Tú ves lo que pasa?
A mí me gusta esto.
¿Te está gustando,
A
verdad?
mí me encanta.
Tú ves lo que te perdiste todo este tiempo, ¿verdad?
Yeah.
Pero te perdiste cuando era el show anterior. When it was really more like anything went kind of show.
Uh-oh.
You see, what you missed out on the old show was that we had a stripper pole, a blow-up doll.
Oh, no, man.
I'm telling you.
Chacho, pero yo era muy jovencito para eso.
Eso fue ayer.
No, chico, yo todavía tenía 17 años.
All
todavía
right,
no
if you
soy-
want to believe that one,
I'm
it's
not
okay.
legal till next week, bro.
Big shout out goes to my boy from back in grammar school, Freddie Mason, who
All
I
right.
believe is in, I don't know, Freddie, you're going to have to let me know where you're living at now. I can't remember where it's at, but it's definitely not here in New York. But you caught the show at the very end tail of it. So you're going to have to log in next week at 6:30 to catch it. Willie, mil gracias
Thank you.
for coming to the show, the DJ Erick La Mezcla. Real quickly, if people want to get in contact with you for bookings or whatever reason, even though mostly everybody knows how to get in contact with you, but for those that are watching this show that don't know you personally, how can they go about doing so?
You can get in touch with me at my everyday 24-hour day back phone at 718, don't jump now, 666
Wow.
351.
Again?
718-666-1351 or at trombone747 at gmail.com. Trombone, TROMBON 747 arroba gmail.com. Trombone, TROMBON 747, not at gmail.com. Not trombone, because Puerto Ricans never add the E. They say
Right.
trombone. So we don't add the E. Y el
That's right.
747 porque yo vuelo como un avión.
Ok, ahí va. Bueno, gracias por habernos acompañado esta noche y como siempre, cada semana, como siempre, le digo yo esto, que Dios me lo bendiga a todos y los vemos la próxima semana. Nos vemos, chao.
That's all, folks.